Hey guys, it's Metro MP36 407 here, and welcome to another layout update. So, in case you didn't see in my last layout update, quite a few things, but I'm just going to go over them real briefly. So, like my MP36 is back at it, it's all repaired. Just a little malfunction with it, with one of the dish lights. ASR1 said he'd be willing to help me figure that out next time we get together. And I got more Metro bi-levels that came from Illinois Railfan 1630. I got 3 more, so yeah. And then there's a Kato Dumified Trash 9 and a Nathern Genesis ST60M that I'm borrowing from Illinois Railfan 1630. We did like a temporary swap trade, and right now he has my NPCU project and my Conrail Gevo. And what else? And yeah, so I got some more Amtrak cars. I got Amfleets, the Bud car, and then here's another thing. At first, it was just a borrow, but now I don't know if he's gonna. I think he's considering letting me have it. Illinois Railfan 1630. I don't know for sure, but it's a Norfolk Southern Dome car. It's a Bachmann. It's really nice. So yeah, I just briefly went over some of the new stuff and stuff I'm borrowing. Some of my other stuff that I usually run that I have, I have it packed under here because I just don't have the room. Like, my yards are over. My yard's mainline tracks and storage tracks are like overflowing with locomotives and rolling stock especially, and you need the room, and yeah, and I want the room on my main lines, of course, because I want to run trains without, and I can't run trains if it's blocked with rolling stock. So yeah, so now on to the new stuff, or like new stuff that I've done. So we come over here, we look at the Beverly neighborhood. Notice it has changed. Yes. And the reason why it's changed is because I'm trying to make it more prototypical to the Beverly neighborhood. And I don't know why my station became a wreck, but I did not do that. But anyways, so notice the platform here. It used to be in the middle, but I relocated it. I gave it a coat of paint. And then eventually, when I find yellow paint, I'm going to paint a new yellow line on the correct side. Yeah, and then this side here, yeah, I'm going to put back in. So, yeah, and notice, just like the real Beverly neighborhood, I have Wood Street, South Wood Street, the partial street running industry. And I say partial street running because it's not really street running, but the tracks and street level are so close together that if you were to stick your arm outside your car window, you could literally touch the train. That's how close it is. It's really cool. Yeah, so I've been working on that. I definitely need more structures and stuff. In fact, there's a lot of stuff that I need more of. I need more structures, I need more track for other parts of the layout, so yeah. And then, factors like funding, make it really hard. And so also too, just like the real Beverly neighborhood, notice there's a searchlight signal I put on the sidewalk. Gotta paint the posts silver, and then I gotta do wiring. This is gonna be a pain in the rear for this one because I accidentally cut the wires too short. But yeah, I made them out of, you know, these double searchlight signals. So, and they're lifelike, and the way they are, they're not prototypical, because they have red on top and green on bottom when it's supposed to be the other way around. Or, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, so I definitely have. Oh yeah, I still got more detail to go over in the Beverly parts. So yeah, I'm trying to make it, you know, as much like the South Side as possible, because, you know, obviously I'm from the South Side of Chicago, so I mean, it's my home, it's where I'm originally from. So yeah, and I'm even going into little details, like here's a little politician sign I made. Sorry if some of you guys don't like it, but I'm not gonna share my true opinion. I mean, it may be that, it may not be, but I'm not gonna share it because I know there are people out there that are idiotic enough when it comes to politics that would probably unsubscribe just for political reasons. So I'm not gonna go there. Another little detail. Now this is a small detail, but I just had to do this. I couldn't resist. It may be hard to see, but if you're from the city of Chicago, you'll know what those are. So it's like a poster, a warning poster, basically warning about rat poison. Target rats is what it is. In fact, I have a real one right here that I found. So if you're from the city of Chicago, you should be familiar with these. It's a city of Chicago streets and sanitation. So yeah, if you live in the city of Chicago, you should be familiar with those. I mean, when I lived in the city, I noticed those all the time. So what else? Oh yeah, so in terms of like downtown Chicago, notice John Hancock is pretty much, for the most part, complete. It's gonna need another coat of black paint, and I plan to do like the X-shaped arches, and then I gotta paint the antennas, but for the most part, otherwise, it's pretty much complete. I'm very satisfied with the way it turned out. Looks good. Yeah. I mean, after the structure's been built for like a few years already, and I finally got to painting it recently. So yeah, it looks good, I'll say. So I think that's pretty much all for over here. I do have some like plans, or like future architect plans I will be going over for, you know, like downtown area, the layout, and I'll get to that after I take care of some other things. So we're gonna take a look over here now. Blue Island. First things first, I kind of improved, you know, the track crossing over to track 3. Yeah, so, you know, at first it was like a tight S-curve, but I did that to improve operation, and now anything can get through there like a breeze, like even Walther's passenger cars, stuff like that. And we come over here, you can see track 4 going in the track 2 is finally complete. Yeah, flex track. I need to solder some of the joints when I find time, and I need to kind of clean up the rails, some of the tracks, and the other thing I need to do is, you know, like electrical, or to improve electrical connections. So for like Vermont Street Station area for Blue Island, there's track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4 and used to be a track 5, but now really like track 5 only, you know, goes and like fades into gravel and ballast. So it's really not there anymore, and I didn't have room to do the complete track 5, but I tried to do something similar to there, so you can see. And then eventually I'm gonna just cover with ballast when I get more. Who knows when that's gonna be? Probably gonna be a lot of time still. So yeah, but it should look pretty good in the end. Otherwise, like, not really too much. Yeah, a lot of stuff in the way here. It's my box of track. So yeah, in terms of electrical connections, like in railroad operations, I'm able to come up to here now for, you know, track 2 for trains instead of just here. I mean, it helps, but not good enough yet. So this switch here, before it was missing a rail, but I fixed the problem, and so you notice there's only one rail joiner because there's only that spot the rail splits. So what I did was, one of the rails on the pieces of flex track I kind of brought over, you know, brought up to here, and then I took a rail out of a kind of raggedy existing piece of straight track and put it in. Notice it's uneven, but you can see there's, yeah, so basically that's it. Should be, yeah, should help a lot. In fact, it does help. And I've tested, you know, trains, and in terms of like radius, stuff like that, perfect actually. You know, no derailments. I mean, my only thing is electrical connection and filthy dirty track that, you know, I seem to be having a little bit of a hard time getting past. Yeah. I'm probably gonna improve over here, like take these out and just put flex track in, because flex track is usually, it's the best way to go. Yeah, and I still have 2 pieces of flex track, so yep. And then, so another thing, my Metra F40PH here, I temporarily, note this, temporarily converted it to a dummy unit. Yeah, and so if you're wondering where all the parts are, they're in here. The circuit board is bad. I've been meaning to replace this for a long time. It's actually been bad for a few years now, and I still haven't gotten to it. And I'm hoping maybe this year I could, you know, end up replacing the circuit board and, you know, getting a sound decoder for it. So, and the decoder that used to be in there, the wires, they broke on me. I mean, I could solder them back in, but I don't know where the wires all go, because it's like, it's an 8-pin decoder, and like 7 of the 8 wires came off on me. So yeah, I don't know what to, that's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the rear, and I don't want to end up messing up and frying the decoder. So yeah, and so right now it's temporarily a dummy, as I just showed you, and I could do double headers if I want. And so, like, right now, really my only operating Metro locomotive is the MP36. In fact, there's a lot of things I need to get taken care of. Like, there's new stuff I want, but there's things I need to fix up and get back in operation, like the F40, of course. I also need to... I mean, it's only light bulbs, but still, looks terrible without, with them blown out. But I need to get light bulbs taken care of in my ST70 ACE here. Yeah, it's... Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it for now. I guess, like, I'll go over, like, some of the things I'm hoping to get eventually, in terms of, like, for Christmas and or birthday, with, like, money I might get, or just as gifts. But, I mean, it's mostly gonna be with money I'd get, but, like, stuff I'd like to try and get would be, if possible, for locomotives, if possible, an MTH Norfolk Southern Trash 9 with the Proto 7 I keep saying Trash 9, it's really Dash 9, but, like, I'm so used to saying Trash 9 because, well, face it, it's junk and they're boring. But the reason, you probably may wonder if I'm not, big on Dash 9s, why I want one in HO scale. Well, the MTH Norfolk Southern ones, MTH ones are really cool, and Norfolk Southern ones I see all the time. I think it would be nice to have, because also I want to include Norfolk Southern in my modeling. Another engine I want is Northern Genesis GATX GP15, and that would be for my Chicago Rail Link. In fact, I didn't mention that. I want to through a Chicago Rail Link in my modeling. So yeah, that would actually be neat. Yeah, I decided, like, let's see, it's now September, I think July is when I decided I want to put the Chicago Rail Link in my modeling. And then another engine I want to get, which would be going in the Chicago Rail Link, would be a Canadian National GP40-2W, and then I'm going to patch it for the Chicago Rail Link. So that should be nice. A locomotive I really wanted to get was an Intermountain Iowa Interstate SD38-2, but those aren't going to be out until next year, so yeah, I'm going to end up waiting another year. And after I get ST38, then I'd be interested to get 516 in HO, because, yeah, the Intermountain just released 516, and I hear the Intermountain Gevos, like, they improved, like, the pulling strength and power of them, so, they're more durable for pulling longer trains. In fact, that's a big benefit, because, like, my 510 before I got my 513, it kind of struggled to, I mean, it still did it, but it kind of struggled to pull, like, a 20-car long train, and I have more than 20 freight cars. Just casual freight cars, not counting coal hoppers or anything. So, I think close to 30. Yeah, and then, in terms of rolling stock, I think I'm good on passenger rolling stock, so it's some freight rolling stock that I want. I'd like to get some center beams and some crude oil ethanol tankers. Those are really expensive, unfortunately, both center beams and the tank cars, but I really want to try and get some. Center beams for both Chicago Rail Link and my Iowa interstates, and then like crude oil ethanol tankers for my Iowa interstate trains. So yeah. So there's pretty much it for stuff I want to get. Now let's go over my future plans that I'd like to do. One of them is for my Chicago downtown area. One of them is I'm thinking I might show at the end of the video, like, you know, in, like, animated drawings of it. But what I'm thinking is, like, over the tracks, like in the downtown area, like put like an upper street level above the tracks. So basically the trains would be running under street level in the downtown area. And then, you know, above the street level, like I'd be extending my downtown area a bit. So be putting more buildings, like the big, you know, tall ones will be on the lower street level, but like on the upper street level will just be other random tall buildings. And it might even, you know, give me room to do something I'd be interested in, and that would be to put a CTAL track above my street levels, and hopefully get, you know, try and see if I could find some HO scale subway or L train car kits, and then make CTAL trains. So that would be pretty neat, pretty interesting. But yep, I'll show you in upcoming, I don't think an upcoming video, I think just maybe at the end of the video, like my plans I'm thinking of. At least for the street level, like it's not including like the buildings or structures or anything. It's just gonna be street level and pavement, and that's it. Yeah. In terms of the plans, so something I just thought of, just, I don't know, just today, or maybe like, you know, like something I've been thinking of is, well, I want to do Chicago Rail Link, and it's going to come down this way, but I don't really have any industries down this way or anywhere for it to go. So, I mean, I know it doesn't run the Beverly Branch in real life, but, you know, still, I think it would be a good idea to have like an industry for the Chicago Rail Link. I'm thinking like a lumber industry or something like that. Like, so like if I were to like come off, like have a switch that comes out here and like goes somewhere, like how is that idea? I mean, maybe I'll take a photo and draw it out like I did with my downtown area, but if I were to, I don't know, so I kind of have to think about it, but I'll show you guys and let me know what you think. So yeah, so I can't really think of much else. Yeah, I don't know what else. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna do some shout outs now. Okay, I filmed too soon, so as you can see, I started putting the industry in here. As far as here, I still gotta get it connected, and it's gonna be a little bit of a pain to do, but I'll figure it out. So this would be like a little wood industry for the Chicago Rail Link. I'm just testing it with 2 boxcars, but yeah, so like center beams would come into here, and here's like a little, you know, wood industry here. I mean, I'll change the lettering eventually, but it is a wood industry, an HO scale wood industry. And then track ends right there, I'd be putting a track bumper in. And I'll be honest, I think it's gonna blend in actually pretty good. Like, I thought, you know, like, I was worried that it wasn't, you know, that I wasn't really gonna have much room, and that's, you know, it would kind of affect, like, the scene, because, like, I kind of want to, like, converting from neighborhood to downtown area, but, I think I actually fit it where I might be able to still do it, because, you know, like, have a row of, like, neighborhood buildings here, and then, like, you know, in between, in the middle, like, have, like, taller, more, like, office buildings there. So, like, you know, it would be much easier to convert from neighborhood to downtown that way. So, yeah. And I'm actually really satisfied with how it came out. Like I said, I mean, I still, you know, have work to do, of course, and I need more structures. And, yep, so that's pretty much all. So, now, let's go to the shoutouts. Okay, now, I'd like to give some shoutouts now. Okay, Nerd, your shoutout will be last since you're a video shoutout. So anyway, shoutouts to Chicago Rail Fan 427. Now please subscribe to him, because he had an incident where his channel was taken down, and he ended up having to start from scratch all over again, and he lost subscribers. So he really needs subscribers, and he deserves subscribers, so please, you really need to subscribe to him. Then another one, Illinois Rail Fan 1630, Train Gamer 15, MPI EMD Rail Fan, A Osler 1, is there anyone else I'm missing? Nerd! Is there anyone else I'm missing?
I guess John.
Alright, fine, I'll be Mr. Nice Guy. BNSF Warbonnet, subscribe to him too. Is that it? Let's see, I got Luke, Mails, TJ, Dov, Johnny, Jivo, Derp Drew. Are you the last one?
Subscribe to Bionicle Studios 55 because I have Union Pacific and Nick doesn't.
Yes, subscribe to Bionicle Studios 55. I have Union Pacific, well, 2 units temporarily. One of them will become NS.
Okay.
Yeah, past NS. So yeah, subscribe to Bionicle Studios 55. And then, as you know, I'm Metro MP36 407, so subscribe to me, please. And yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm past 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much to you all. So, yeah, I guess that's it. We'll just zoom in on Nerd making creepy faces here.
Wait, why me?
Maybe the public might get a good laugh out of it.
I think not.
Well, you always seem to make creepy faces. Yeah, like that. Alright, my phone has gas. So anyways, I'm gonna get going now, so, yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, foamers.